Now, we all know the standard VHS, it's somewhat of a pop culture icon. You know, two reels, one on the end. And chances are, if you were about my age, you remember VCRs that look something like this. They're front-loading, they suck it in, and they're not that big. They're little, you know, plasticky. This is a spare one I have. Got it for like $3 or something at Goodwill. Just need a spare one. But if this is what you're used to, see this size? You know, it's reasonable. But it's also pretty new. I think this is either from the early 2000s or very late 90s. You know, it's a little bit bigger than that. Check this thing out. Check out the size of this thing compared to this thing. These both use the same format. These are both VCRs, video cassette recorders. But this one's a whole heck of a lot older. This is actually one of the first ever VCRs. This is from 1979, I believe. It might be 78 or 1980, but it's around that age. And whereas this one is a front loader, this one is a top loader. So you put it in the front like that, and before we do it, let's turn it on. Lots of buttons light up like an airplane almost. Here it's got, you know... Oh, that's true. And this one has a digital tuner, so you don't have to worry about that. But this one has an analog tuner, e.g. knobs, like the kind you'd see on the front of a TV. So in order to get the channel you'd want, you'd have to tune it to that channel here first. And it's cool because these dials are lighted, so when you get to see the channel there, but when it switches over to you, much like on old TVs, it would go to this, and you'd be able to see which channel you're going to. Automatic frequency tuning, which is a nice plus. It's got VCR select, which is cool because it's this neat manual switch. That's pretty cool. Counter, automatic memory. It's got this tracking knob. Only SP and EP. So that's true. With these newer things, you typically have 3 speeds. There's SP, EP, and SLP, which is super long play, I think. But, so SP gives you is standard play, which gives you, I think, 2 hours on one of these. EP gives you 4, SLP gives you 6. This predates SLP, so it's before that was even invented. So I don't even know what it would look like to play one of those in this. Probably nothing. This thing does not work. That's why I got it so cheap. But, I mean, it just looks so cool, and it's in really good condition. Missing the Magnavox logo at the front, but, I mean, that's it. It's all it does. And kind of cool, this one has just a random light bulb in there. What's that for? Where's that? Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Well, the way these things work is at the very end, they have this clear... what's that? You see, at the very end of the tape, there's like this clear leader, and that tells the mechanism to stop pulling it, or else it'll snap it in half. So, in the original ones, that was done with a literal light bulb, just a light bulb sticking in, and when it was sensed, when the clear was, when it could see through the clear section of the tape, the light would go through, and then that would tell the machine to stop. Nowadays, it's all infrared. So, you know, you don't see anything. But how funny is that there's just a light bulb in the middle of this VCR? This thing's got a really cool vacuum fluorescent display. It's very finicky, so if you tap it the wrong way, it'll shut off and then it'll come back on. But, I mean, it's got presets. It's got a preset start and stop, record, play, timer, which, you know, turns it on and off. But check that out. I will show you. Right now, it essentially works as a glorified tape rewinder. So you can fast forward it. You can kind of see that there. And when you want to stop, and whenever this thing rewinds tapes pretty fast, so whenever I'm done, I just pop it in and rewind the tape, pop it up, check it out. So it is 1979 Magnavox VCR, and I believe it's the same year as my console TV. So when it gets warmer, I'll put this on top, and it'll be a complete set. How cool is that? That's awesome. And it's even got this like fake like cork leather trim around the side. How like 70s is that? Okay, there it is. Super cool.